Alright, let's dive into something that's been making headlines lately, the Gann Fire in Calaveras County. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, let me just say this. Wildfires are one of those events that remind us just how powerful and unpredictable nature can be. Personally, I think what makes this particular fire so compelling is how quickly it escalated and the sheer scale of the response. It's not just about the flames, it's about the human stories, the logistics, and the broader implications for communities and ecosystems. So, here's the deal. The Gann Fire started on Monday evening near Hogan Dam and Gann Roads, close to New Hogan Lake. What's fascinating to me is how rapidly it spread. By Tuesday morning, it had already burned over 2,100 acres. That's a massive area, and it's a stark reminder of how dry conditions and strong winds can turn a small spark into a full-blown crisis. What many people don't realize is that wildfires like this aren't just about the immediate destruction, they can have long-term effects on soil, water quality, and even local economies. Now, let's talk about the evacuations. Zone CCU 147, CCU 139, CCU 110, and CCU 109 were under mandatory evacuation orders, while CCU 130 was under an advisory. Here's where it gets interesting. An evacuation order isn't just a suggestion, it's a life-or-death situation. People had to leave their homes, their pets, their belongings, and head to shelters like the one at Jenny Lind Memorial District. If you take a step back and think about it, this is where the human cost of these disasters really hits home. Families are displaced, livestock needs to be relocated, and there's this overwhelming sense of uncertainty. Speaking of shelters, the Red Cross was on the ground providing essentials like water, meals, and emotional support. But here's a detail I find fascinating. They also encouraged evacuees to bring things like prescription medications, important documents, and even toys for kids. It's a small thing, but it speaks volumes about the thoughtfulness of the response. In my opinion, it's these little details that make a huge difference in how people experience these crises. Now, let's shift gears to the firefighting efforts. Over 250 personnel were battling the blaze, including crews operating Firehawk helicopters, which, by the way, are incredible machines capable of fighting fires at night. But here's the kicker. Despite all this, there was no containment as of Tuesday morning. The fire was still spreading at a moderate rate, and crews were working tirelessly to prevent it from reaching residential areas on the other side of the mountain. What makes this really interesting is the challenges these firefighters face. There was a dozer rollover that injured a firefighter, and a pickup truck crashed head-on with a fire engine, blocking the road. These incidents highlight the risks these first responders take every day. It's not just about fighting the fire, it's about navigating unpredictable and dangerous conditions. If you take a step back and think about it, this fire is part of a bigger trend. California has been grappling with increasingly severe wildfire seasons, and the Gann Fire is just the latest example. From my perspective, this raises a deeper question. How do we balance human development with the need to protect natural landscapes? Wildfires are a natural part of ecosystems, but when they threaten communities, it's a whole different ballgame. So, what's the takeaway here? Personally, I think the Gann Fire is a stark reminder of how vulnerable we are to the forces of nature. It's also a testament to the resilience of communities and the bravery of first responders. But it's not just about reacting to these events, it's about thinking proactively. How can we better prepare for wildfires? How can we mitigate their impact? These are questions we all need to be asking. As we wrap up, I'll leave you with this thought. Wildfires like the Gann Fire aren't just local stories, they are global reminders of the challenges we face in an increasingly unpredictable world. What this really suggests is that we need to rethink our relationship with the environment, our emergency response systems, and our sense of community. So, what do you think? How can we do better? Let me know in the comments below.